So in this fourth unit, normalization, we know that generally we discussed about that there's a 1NF, 2NF and 3NF, okay, and BCNF and 4NF. One more we having, okay. So this is about the, I'm talking about the normalization generally, right? This is about, I'm talking about the general normalization here. Again, in this normalization, there's a very important point is there. We can call them the data redundancy. What is meant by data redundancy? Why I'm talking about the data redundancy is very important. Why? Because so when we having a data, so this is a one schema data for me. Means I have one table here, and this is a schema data for me, and I have name, roll number, credits, branch, building, and room number. This is the database table schema for me. Means I want to store all the information in one single damn good table. Am I clear? I want to store everything here. But did you observe that I have 9 records here? I have 9 records. I have a name, roll number, and credits. I have a branch, and I have a building, and I have a room number. Now, can you please observe here for a minute? For a minute, you can observe that I have branch. Again, I repeated A, AD, A building, and 303. Yes or no? It will be repeating again. Okay. Again, you can go with that. Here also having AD. Here also having AD, which is a repeated data. Yes or no? For suppose, I have 100 records of AD. How many records I'm having? 100 records of AD, right? So what I want to do, I have to mention whenever I'm seeing that, whenever I'm seeing at any of the AD student, I have to mention branch. Again, I have to mention the building name, and again I have to mention the room number, which is a repeatedly I'm giving that. Is that any new thing is there? No. If I'm talking about the Hemant Sai rule number, what was the branch ante I'm saying that AD. What was the building ante A antna. And what was the room number ante A303 antna. If I'll go with some other AD student, Krishna or Vamshi or maybe. So Malli వాళ్ళకి ఏమని చెప్తున్నాం? What was your branch ante AD అంటున్నాం and building ఏంటంటే A అంటున్నాం and room number ఏంట్రా బాబు అంటే we'll going to saying that A303. That was the same thing we're repeatedly mentioning here. Why it is so? Can I call it a data redundancy? Can I call it a data redundancy? Why? Because if you're having 100 records of AD, you have to mention 100 times. Have to mention 100 times. For suppose, manaki, we know that meanwhile we having 3 animals we having. What is that? Number 1, what we can call them? Insert, okay? Insert, and number 2, update, and number 3, delete. Now, please let me know that here I am having 3 animals in this normalization format. I can able to insert, update, or delete. Now, for example, I want to change AD branch from A to B building. I want to change AD అనే branch ni building A block నుండి B block మార్చాను. And when I'm changing block A to B, always you have to change the room number. Room number akkada B block లేదు ఉంది అదే కదా ఇవ్వాలి. So I'm just mentioning here, it is like a B120. It is about the B120. Now you tell me, how many records I have to update now? How many records I'm having on AD? 100 records I'm having. Now I have to update all the 100 records. If it is 100, it is okay. If it is a 1000, it is a 1000. Now I have one more question with you. Am I updating anything unique for ఒకరికొకరు వేరే రికార్డ్కి అయినా డేటా ఏమైనా చేంజ్ ఏమైనా ఉందా? ఒకటే డేటా అప్డేట్ చేస్తున్నాను. ఏంటి? ఏ బ్లాక్ నుండి బి బ్లాక్ అంటున్నాను, A303 నుండి B120 అంటున్నాను, అంతే కదా? ఒకటే డేటా నేను చేంజ్ చేయాలి. వై ఐ వాంట్ టు అప్డేట్ ఆల్ ద 100 రికార్డ్స్, 1000 రికార్డ్స్? ఇప్పుడు ఈ 1000 రికార్డ్స్లో నేను ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇక్కడ నేను అప్డేట్ చేస్తున్నాను కదా. వెన్ ఐమ్ డూయింగ్ అప్డేటింగ్, if suppose I'm forgetting updating of some of the records. If I'm forgetting updating of some of the records, suppose I was updated this one successfully, I updated this one also successfully, okay, B120, but unfortunately I forgotten this. This was not updated properly. This was not updated. Even though belongs to AD student, even though this fellow Pawan Kumar is belongs to AD student, I'm not updated in my database properly. Update avvaladu. Even though he was staying in AD branch and he was block is B and the room number is changed to B120. Now what happened now? సో ఇక్కడ 4 రికార్డులు ఇక్కడ నా దగ్గర ఉన్నాయి. 3 రికార్డులు అప్డేట్ చేశాను, కరెక్ట్గానే అప్డేట్ అయ్యింది. ఒక రికార్డ్ అప్డేట్ అవ్వలేదంటే కెన్ ఐ కాల్ ఇట్ ఇన్కన్సిస్టెన్సీ ఆర్ నాట్? నా ఇప్పుడు ఏడి బ్లాక్ ఏంటి అని ఎవరన్నా అడిగారు అనుకోండి, ఏమని చెప్తాం మనం? ఏ బ్లాక్ అంటారా, బి బ్లాక్ అని అంటారా? ఇట్స్ అ కన్ఫ్యూజన్. ఎందుకంటే ఇందులో ఇది ఏ అని ఉంది, ఈ 3 బి అని ఉన్నాయి. డిడ్ యు గెట్ ద మై పాయింట్ హియర్? I'm just taking 4 records out of 4. I was updated successfully 3 records, but unable to updated 1 record. Now, here all the 3 records is updated to B block, whereas this Pawan Kumar is not updated from A to B. Now, in this particular database, I'm having a inconsistency is there. Now, you tell me, AD branch, A block lo, A room lo unnaru. Might be you're thinking that ఇందులో 3 ముగ్గురిని అప్డేట్ చేశాం కాబట్టి, బట్ యాజ్ పర్ ద డేటాబేస్, ఎందుకంటే 1000 మంది ఉన్నారండి. ఈ 1000 మందిలోని 850 మందికి అప్డేట్ అయింది, ఇంకా 150 మెంబర్స్కి అప్డేట్ అవ్వలేదు. దెన్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్? It will going to be gone. So here I'm talking about the updation. Now you tell me, I just want to remove one of the records and డిలీట్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను. సో ఇక్కడ ఇది ప్రాపర్గా అప్డేట్ అవ్వలేదు కదా. నేను ఎవరిని రిమూవ్ చేయాలంటే అక్కడ ఎలా రిమూవ్ చేయాలి నేను? హౌ కెన్ ఐ డూ దట్? ఫర్ సపోజ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు రిమూవ్ దిస్ ఎంటర్ ఏ బి బ్లాక్లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఏ బ్లాక్లో ఉన్నారు అంటే నేనేమనుకుంటున్నాను, ఏడి వాళ్ళు అందరూ కూడా బి బ్లాక్లో 120లో ఉన్నారు అనుకున్నాను, అంతే కదా. ఐ వాంట్ టు రిమూవ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. ఓకే, రిమూవ్ చేశాను. సో దిస్ వాజ్ రిమూవ్డ్, this was removed, and this was removed, and this was removed. Avuna kada? Avuna? Na intention, I want to delete it. I want to clean up the data. Okay, I know that AD will be there in a B block lo 120 lo unnaru, villu unnaru ee B building loni B120 అనే రూమ్ లో ఉన్న డేటాను తీసేయండి అని చెప్పని తీసేసాను నేను. సో ఇప్పుడు నేనేమనుకున్నా, I thought that okay, now all the data was removed, I can able to update that. But whereas some other data which is not updated previously, not updated properly in the previously, that will be kept in a block only. Yes or no? So I can delete here 850, but I am not able to delete here 150. Now you tell me that the still AD data is there in the database. Yes or no? Is it okay? Can you say that the data is updated perfectly up to now? Is it okay? No, it's all about the data redundancy. Means we are using data had to be done in a proper way. And here coming to the insert, for suppose inserting, I want to insert one oka department in insert చేయాలనుకుంటున్నానండి. ఏం ఇన్సర్ట్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాను? I want to insert CA. Okay, I want to insert CI. Now I can able to give the block A, okay, 40401. So far so good. I have one branch and I have a building name, and but unfortunately I'm not having any of the student here. Can I say that it's a null? Okay. Can I use null here? Am I clear, right? I have a branch with myself. So recently admission జరిగే అనుకుందాం. సో ఈ బ్లాక్ ఇక్కడ ఉండాలి అని చెప్పని డిసైడ్ చేస్తున్నాను. But unfortunately I don't have any students here. Mention name of the any student. Then how can I do that? Is it okay? Is it okay to creating a one department, one branch, name of the CS and giving a branch and building number and the name of the student and rule number, all those things is a null value which is not going to be accepted at all for considering your 1.5 point of view. So I am saying rule number is a primary key, yes or no? Whenever using a primary key is never going to be null value in a 1.5, yes or no? It should not be. It should not be. Yes. Now I just want to add one more point here. For suppose there is a one HOD. Okay, there is a one HOD is there. I can say that something like that Srinivas. Okay, so I can say that all branches it belongs to CSC for a meanwhile. All branches belongs to CSC department. So you tell me I have 1000 records. Again in 1000 records again I have to mention the HOD name. Yes or no? ఏమైనా కొత్తగా ఏమైనా ఉందా? అక్కడ లేదు కదా. సో ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు సేయింగ్ దట్ శ్రీనివాస్. Yes or no? Again if I want to mention any of the principal name or college name, if I'm going to use college name here, okay, I can use again. Okay.